Record. Okay, so I'm not sure we're going to have time to do all of it. So
Don't worry.
where should we go to? Let's. Where's a convenient point to break it there?
Mm, maybe after the parentheses
There.
there or the other one. I don't know how
Okay.
long. Okay, cool.
Okay. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. So I'll read
Okay.
it first, and then you show me how it should have been done. Okay. So
Okay.
I want a ritual of permanence, but all I know is how to build fires. I, I doubt the life of what I create, the price I pay, the bargaining of remnants, what stone, what footnote to hold, my names, my days, the meaning of freedom. I doubt the accounts, the clocks, the measured stillness, the solid reasons. My lips don't miss words. My veils thread colour into your cloth. My poems return, their steps brushing my fingers. My fingers that want to sleep but move dismantle the beds. Beds never absent despite my fears. Fears laughing at my cubicular game. I turn. Space opens in a new time. The crossing of the Earth's axis, the senselessness of moons. I want to embrace myself, but I can't always. I want a ritual of permanence, but I only know how to build fires. Fires that dance, lives through me. Lives full of longing, longing absurd and bursting, bursting, sometimes with fantasy, sometimes with cloud, or with some solid state that lets hands fall. What's constant is dizziness. What's eternal is green.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
right. So I'll try not to scroll too quickly while you're reading because
Thank
your
you.
eyes will go like this, trying to
Yeah,
keep up.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay. I want a ritual of permanence, but I only know how to, but all I know is how to build fires. I doubt the life of what I create, the price I pay, the bargaining of remnants, what stone, what footnote to hold, my names, my days, the meaning of freedom. I doubt the accounts, the clocks, the measured stillness, the solid reasons. My lips don't miss words. My veils thread color into your cloth. My poems return, they steps brushing my fingers that want to sleep but move, dismantle the beds, beds never absent despite my fears. Fears, laughing at my cubicular game, I turn. Space opens a new time, the crossing of the earth's axis, the senselessness of moons. I want to embrace myself, but I can't always. I want a ritual of permanence, but I only know how to build fires. Fires that dance with desires. I'm lost. Ah, sorry.
fires that
Okay.
dance. Mhm.
Fires that dance. Okay, yes. Okay, fires that dance lives through me, lives full of longing, longing absurd and bursting, bursting, sometimes with fantasy, sometimes with cloud, or sometimes, or sorry, or with some solid state that lets sand fall. What's constant is dizziness, what's eternal is green.
Very good. Okay.
Okay, I got
So,
a little, yes.
yeah. So a ritual. So, yeah, a ritual is like a CH sound.
Ritual.
Ritual. Ritual.
Mhm.
Yeah, but all in is opening of rims.
The bargaining,
Bargaining. The bargaining. Yeah.
bargaining of remnants.
Remnants. Yep. So it's a little bit long in the middle. Bargaining of
Okay,
remnants.
bargaining.
Mm-hmm. My veils, thread color. Okay, so this word,
Thread?
thread. Yeah, so we've seen that before. My cubicular game. I don't really quite understand what you're trying to say with that word there. Cubicular game. Yeah.
Like being inside of a game that is like a box, like a cube.
Okay, so the cube is what your limits in life, or what's limiting
Mm,
you.
it's kind of, it makes reference to a feeling I had when I first started traveling,
Hmm.
that I was like on the other side of a cube, like it was like I was living and doing stuff. I don't know, during the night, but in Argentina it was the day, like like the world being like
Ah,
upside
right.
down, and me playing a game.
Okay.
I don't
No,
know,
no, it's just the word is unusual.
but
Um,
it's cubicular or
cubicular,
cube.
cubicular.
Okay,
So it depends on the accent, so which part of the United States or which part of Britain you pronounce it. But I pronounce it cubicular,
all right,
but you may hear it cubicular as well.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I was saying cubicular, but I wasn't
Yes,
sure.
cubicular. Yeah. And this word, how do you pronounce that?
Dizziness.
Dizziness. Yeah. So it's a little bit longer on the I here. So
Okay.
dizziness, because originally the when it's not a noun, it's an adjective with a Y, dizziness. Yeah,
Yeah.
so normally the ness is added to the end, so the last syllable is a little bit longer, dizziness. But apart from
Okay.
that, very good pronunciation. Excellent.
Cool.
Okay, so let's go back to the natural method. I was going to say the real
Okay.
world, but it's not the real world, is it? Okay. Okay. So, book 10. You wanted to start with book 10?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you should have book 10 available on your homepage. I did it
I
earlier.
I didn't even check, to be honest, but
Okay. So, I apologize for not
oh,
mentioning it before. It
don't
should be
worry.
there. Yeah. It should be there. So, we'll
Okay.
start from the beginning. Okay. So,
Okay.
page one. So modal auxiliaries for probability. So we can use modal verbs, may, might, must, when we want to make a guess about something. We choose the verb depending on how sure we are. So for example, I'm waiting for Julie with another friend, David. And I ask, where is Julie? So David guesses. She must be on the bus, means he's fairly
Mm-hmm.
sure that she's on the bus. She could be here soon, meaning probably.
Mm-hmm.
She could be lost, maybe. She may be in the wrong room, maybe, or she can't be at home. So all of those are modal verbs that we're using
Mm-hmm.
to express the probability or possibility of something. So,
Okay. I'm
mhm.
always confused between may and might.
They're very similar. Yeah, there's I
Okay.
think it's only in the conditional that they change.
Okay.
I can't think off the top of my head the rule for that, but generally speaking, they both mean perhaps. So there's one circumstance where you can't use may and you have to use might instead.
Okay.
Okay, so the word must expresses the idea that we're sure of something, that something is true. Should and ought to express the idea of probably. May, might, and could express the idea of perhaps. And the opposite of must is can't. Okay, so I'll give you a sentence and you give me another sentence that means the same but uses a modal verb. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm sure it's cold in Norway at the moment. I'm sure it's cold in Norway at the moment. It must
It
be
must it must be cold in Norway at the moment.
at 10 p.m. It's probably going to be dark outside. At 10 p.m. It's probably going to be dark outside. It
It might be
it
dark.
should be
It should
it
be
should
dark
be
at
or
10
ought to
p.m.
be. Yeah.
It
So
should. Yes.
there's a noise coming from my neighbor's house. Maybe he's doing some DIY. There's a noise coming from my neighbor's house. Maybe he's doing some DIY. There's a noise coming from
There's a noise coming from my neighbor's house. He may be doing a
DIY.
DIY. What's
DIY. Okay, so DIY, do it yourself.
Oh, I thought it was
Bricolage.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But I never heard it before. I had I read it before.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so right. Okay, so we can use the same modals in the past tense to express how sure we were of something that happened in the past. Well, we do this when we add the word have and a past participle. The road outside my house is wet. It must have rained last night. So modal plus have. It must have rained last night. So I'll give you a sentence and you give me another one with the same meaning, but using the modal in the past. The road outside my house is wet. It probably rained last night. The road outside my house is wet. It probably rained last night. The road outside my house,
It proba
it,
it must have rained last night.
very good. Colin's car was parked outside his house for a week. It's possible that the car had run out of petrol. So Colin's car was parked outside his house for a week. It's possible that the car had run out of petrol.
I didn't understand very well the beginning, but it
Okay.
must have been run out. It
So
must,
it might have run out of petrol.
might.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
possible. Possible. Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't understand very well the first
Okay.
part
So
of the
so
sentence.
Colin's car was parked outside his
Okay.
house, estacionado.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
putting that to one side. Okay. Climate. Okay.
Okay.
Name some things that you consider are evidence that the climate is changing. Name some things that you consider are evidence that the climate is changing. Some things.
Some things I consider as evidence of the climate changing
Yeah.
is the very high and low temperatures we're having at this time of the year.
Yes. Okay. So the word shade and the word shadow. So shade refers to a darker area or place that's sheltered from direct sunlight. On the other hand, shadow refers specifically to the dark shape created when an object blocks the path of light. So, for
Yeah.
example, Colin likes to sit in the shade. Shade can also mean the strength of a particular color. The roses were a light shade of pink. And the verb to shade
Okay.
means to cover something. For example, I'm shading my eyes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
It can be a verb as well.
Yeah, to shade. Yes. How many shades of grey are there in the famous novel and film by E.L. James? Yeah, very famous film, very recently.
Yeah,
How many? Yeah,
I don't remember because I
50
tried not to
shades.
watch that. 50.
No,
Okay,
50
yes.
shades of grey. Just to
There are
put
50 Shades of Grey
like
in that famous
film.
film, book,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever it
Film.
was. Yes. When
Yes.
you're on the beach on holiday, what do you tend to cover your head with? When you're on beach on holiday, what do you tend to cover your head with? When I'm on the beach on holiday,
When I'm on the beach on holiday, I tend to cover my head with
with,
a hat.
yeah, why not? Yeah. Why
Yeah,
is it important to shade a baby's eyes from the sun when they're little? Why is it important to shade a baby's eyes from the sun when they're little? It's
it's
important to shade
it's important to shade the baby's eyes
from the
when they are
sun.
little
Yeah.
from the sun to protect them.
Yes, because they're delicate and sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the word projector, projector, beam, un rayo. So in a cinema, a projector is used to show an image on a screen using a beam of light. Okay, so
Beam.
a beam, un rayo, a beam of
Okay.
light. Yeah, so like this, beam of light. So
Okay.
how does a cinema projector bring movies to life on the big screen? How does a cinema projector bring movies to life on the big screen? A cinema projector,
A cinema projector brings
movies to
uh,
life
movies to life by
on the
a
big
beam of
screen. Well,
light on
yeah,
the
but
big screen by a beam of light.
right, yes. Okay,
Oh
so
my God, my memory is like I can notice the difference
uh,
2
well,
weeks after.
you have to come to the lessons, yeah,
Yes,
to
yes,
keep in
yes.
practice. So, what makes beams of sunlight visible in a room? Well, dust particles. What makes beams of sunlight visible in a room? Dust particles.
Dust particles make beams of light visible
In a
in a
room.
room.
In a room, yeah. So when you see the sunlight coming through, yes. The word old fashioned, something that was once fashionable, but now looks old and dated, is old
And a
fashioned.
great drink with whiskey as well.
Yeah, old fashioned. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I
I didn't.
recommend it.
Oh, okay. It's better
Yes,
than a
yes.
rusty nail. Yeah. Yeah. So, what old fashioned inventions or traditions do you think still have value or could make a comeback in today's modern world? What old fashioned inventions or traditions do you think still have value or could make a comeback in today's modern world? An example?
An example of some old-fashioned traditions or tendencies
Inventions. Yeah.
that could inventions that could be useful these days. Sorry, I completely changed the sentence.
Okay.
Are speaking with your friends directly without using your phone.
Yeah, without a screen in the middle. Yeah. The
It
answer in the
used
book
to be
is
a nice tradition.
yes, exactly. The answer in the book is a handwritten letter because it has a personal touch. Well, there you
Okay.
go. So similar kind of thing. So
Yeah, I agree.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so the word cheer or the verb cheer and the phrase cheer up. So the verb to cheer means to shout or express excitement. So the crowd cheered when Collins scored the winning goal. The phrasal verb to cheer up means to become happier or to make someone else happier. So Colin was looking rather down in the dumps when his mate Michael arrived. The first thing that Michael said when he saw Colin was, "Cheer up, Colin. Things are not that bad." Okay, so cheer up. So when your country's football team score an important goal, do you ever hear your neighbours cheering? When your country's football team score an important goal, do you ever hear your neighbours cheering? Yes. When my country's
Yes. Yes. When my country's
football
team,
team
I don't remember,
score a
football
goal,
team score a goal, I can hear my neighbors cheering.
cheering, yes. What kind of things do people do to cheer themselves up after a long day? Well, we'll change the question. What kind of things do you do to cheer yourself up after a long day? I have a glass of wine, I go for a run, I put some music on.
I put some music on to cheer myself up after a long day
Okay, very
and have
good.
a long shower and some
Oh, yeah.
self-massage,
Oh,
I
very
guess.
nice. Yeah. So shower. Yeah,
Maybe it's more for relaxing that cheering or cheering up myself, but yeah.
yeah. Sometimes it just cuts out all of the rest of the day. A nice break. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So to direct means to give direction. So Colin directed his boat into the small harbour. We can also use it when referring to films or even businesses. But also direct is an adjective, a direct line. How much training do you think would be needed in order to learn how to direct a large lorry backwards into a small yard? How much training do you think would be needed in order to learn how to direct a large lorry backwards into a small yard?
What's a large lorry?
A large lorry and a truck. So lorry
Okay.
is
How many watts? Sorry?
yeah. How
Lorry.
much training do you think would be needed
Okay.
in order to learn how to direct a large lorry
Okay.
backwards into a small
Yeah.
yard?
I don't know, but I guess
A few
some
years.
some training must be needed in
Yes,
order to
to direct a large lorry
direct a large lorry back into a garage. I don't know,
into a small yard.
into a small yard.
Yeah,
Okay.
so a yard, you know, a yard?
Yes, like a patio. Patio.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, if you saw somebody breaking into a car, would you go directly to the police station or would you think about it first? If you saw somebody breaking into a car, would you go directly to the police station or would you think about it first? If I saw somebody,
If I saw somebody breaking into a car, I would think first
okay, very
what to
good.
do before going directly to the police station.
Police,
I
okay,
would probably call. the police
Yeah.
station.
So you
I
would
will.
directly call. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, last thing for today, because I have another lesson shortly. So a
Okay.
channel. So a channel is a path through which water can flow. We also use channel to refer to a TV. The word
Yeah.
course can mean a set of lessons, but it can also mean the path that somebody follows. So, for example, the cross-country runners followed the course across the fields. Okay. Have you ever bought anything from one of the shopping channels on TV? Have you ever bought anything from one of the shopping channels on TV? No?
No, I have never bought something by the shopping channels in the
Okay.
TV.
Generally in the negative, I've never bought anything
Anything.
rather than
Okay.
something. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if you ran in a cross-country race where two separate parts of the course were close together, would you be able to resist the temptation to cheat? If you ran in a cross-country race where two separate parts of the course were close together, would you be able to resist the temptation to cheat? Yes, of course. If I,
I didn't understand well the sentence,
okay,
but I
so
can lie.
cross country,
Yes.
yeah. So una carrera
Yes.
en las afueras. Yeah. So if you ran a cross
Yes.
country race where two separate parts of the course were close
Yes.
together, would
What's
you
the
be
course?
the course, el caminito de la,
Ah, okay, okay.
yeah.
Okay, like if I could, okay.
If you could jump from one part to the other and save time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll repeat the
If
question.
I would,
If you ran in a
yeah.
cross-country course where two separate parts of the course were close together, would you be able to resist the temptation to cheat? Yes.
Yes. If
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 I
I if I
ran in
if I ran into a cross-country course
a
and
cross-country race,
race and I
mhm,
had
where
and the way I don't remember.
where there were two separate parts of the course
And two separate cars parts of the course
were close
split
together,
were close together, I would be able to
resist the
resist the
temptation.
temptation of cheating.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
So when we think
Wow.
about a marathon race, you see
Yes.
this on TV.
Yes.
Sometimes it goes all the way around, and there's two parts that are close together. And some people
Yes.
save 10 kilometers by jumping
Okay.
across.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
more complex to understand the sentence than the exercise, I think. I was
Okay, no
okay.
problem.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll
Okay.
stop here for today. So I see you next week, right? At this time.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, if you have any more poems, send it to me and we can go through
Okay, I don't
those
know
as
if I
well.
will have time because I'm traveling next Tuesday night, so everything will be messy and I will be
Okay.
probably like today, like completely lost again. But I I
No,
let you
no
know.
problem. If you want to change the lesson for Friday, if it's better, let Anna know and she'll organize that.
Okay, not for
Okay.
now, but I will consider it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Take
Bye.
care.
You
See you
too.
soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.